Hey folks, it came in right on schedule midday today, a little earlier in the west, a little later in the east. Took a little longer to get to the coast, but it got there finally. And everybody is now cooled into the 50s, including McAllen at 59. Same thing in Port Isabel and Brownsville, down to 54 already. In Raymondville and Harlingen, you see the other numbers on the map. It is a cool evening across the valley, and we'll drop down a few more degrees, not a lot. We're getting close to bottoming it out with northwest winds at about 15 to 25 miles an hour. A chilly night across the valley, coolest we've seen since last spring. Now, as far as tomorrow's highs, this will be the coldest day tomorrow that we've seen since February, when temperatures stay in the 50s pretty much all day long across most of the valley. Maybe a degree or two warmer in the Brownsville, South Padre area, but that north wind, and there'll probably be some showers around the area. And that's not just tomorrow, but that's all the way through the forecast period. Look at the highs the next 7 days. The normal is up here at 87, and we're 57, 58, 62. So we start to get there, then right back down again with another front the weekend. And all of these days are likely to be cloudy with showers around. This is what radars look like today. It'll move out of the way. You can see the front moving offshore. Let me go to the other side, and we'll watch that go by. If you keep an eye on it, this goes back to late this afternoon. And you can pick out the front right there. See that line moving eastward? Front just pushes all the way to the coast. About 3 o'clock, finally clearing the coast, and everybody getting in on the Cool Air Act. And if you look now, there's not a whole lot of rain out there, but the weather map is setting up in a way that there probably will be plenty of rain this week in most places. I think everybody's going to get in on the act in some form or another. Tomorrow we're chilly, clouds, spotty showers around the area. Clouds stay with us. We see a thick overcast pretty much continuously this week. We don't see that changing. And there could be periods when we get some pretty heavy rain moving in as little disturbances get caught up in the flow. Look at that. When you get into Thursday, it's showing some pretty good rain, a lot of it right offshore. I think the places that are most likely to see the heaviest rain will be in the eastern part of the valley, but again, everybody should get something in the days ahead. 60, 40, 60 year rain chances, and it doesn't taper off after that. It stays up in that 50% range all the way through the forecast period. Can you see the front? Can you tell where it is? I'll tell you what, you get east of Texas right there. That's the line. You get east of us, front's out in the Gulf now, but 40s across most of the state. It's been that way all day. The front sitting down to the south of us, north wind pushing the cooler air in. The interesting thing about this, though, just a little bit above the surface, you go up, let's say, about 5,000 feet, and the wind's still coming out of the south, so it goes up and over that front, up and over the cooler air, and then you get clouds, then you get rain. Little disturbances kind of come along in that flow every once in a while, and you get a lot of rain. So there's potential for some pretty decent rain across the valley this week, as that pattern is going to hold all the way through the week. Nothing really changes. Northerly winds at the surface, southerly winds aloft. Variations on that flow might be southeast, south, and southwest, but the bottom line is it's a warm, humid flow, and that keeps the rain chances with us. Disturbances get caught up in it, and we end up with some pretty good rain. In the tropics, watching one system that's headed toward Central America with a 40% chance of developing, likely getting caught up in here and not having a lot of time to do much. But the issue with that is ultimately that moisture may get pulled up the coast of Mexico and keep our rain chances with us. It could be that moisture, not in a tropical storm form, but just in terms of moisture. You add that to the mix, and that chance of rain stays pretty good. At the coast, north winds 20 to 30 knots, a rough bay today. Very high UV index, although that should go down. Small craft advisory in effect. There's a high rip current risk. There are the tides. They probably shouldn't really matter. So for tonight, 51 for low, cloudy, chilly, light rain at times. And then tomorrow, on and off light rain and drizzle. But over the course of the next few days, there may be some periods of relatively heavy rainfall as well. So chilly and damp, chilly with rain, periods of rain. Now let's see, showers and cool, spotty storm. You get the idea that temperatures aren't going up much, and that chance of rain is going to stay with us. You know, there is potential for some flooding before this week is over with, so we'll watch and see how things develop. Just kind of keep an eye on the sky and keep the jacket handy all week long. That's your updated First Alert 5 forecast.